My voice trembles in the quiet, but I press on, documenting every flicker of my deteriorating mind. The air feels different, thicker, as though it's laden with the weight of every unspoken thought left behind by my crew. I can almost accept the notion that they are gone, yet some part of me clings to the fragments of their laughter, their camaraderie. Longing swells within me as I recall Kira's bright eyes shining with wonder at the stars we were sent to observe. Those same stars now mock my isolation, twinkling like distant memories piercing through the suffocating dark. Each second drags on, a relentless reminder of what was once a thriving station vibrating with life and purpose. I clutch the recording device tightly, hoping it'll be a beacon, an echo of our existence when everything else fades into shadow. The pulsating silence stretches infinitely, punctuated only by the low hum of the station's systems. I remind myself that I'm marooned in a metal shell, yet my heart pounds as if connected to something alive beyond these walls. The walls have ears. They have seen too much. With each passing hour, I feel the despair creeping in, a cold, oily smoke that wraps around my thoughts. The memory of Moreau's toothy grin. Was it him, or was it the thing that wore him? I shake my head, tormenting myself with questions that yield no answers. I just want to scream, but silence suffocates the sound. What remains of humanity whispers through the cracks, fragmented and fearful. I pull the recording device closer, as if through it, I could touch the echoes of my crew once more. Day 21. Time blurs, a thick fog of uncertainty enveloping me. I can feel it lurking in the shadows, breathing in sync with my racing heart, learning me like a child learns its lessons. Memories distort. The laugh of my comrades resonates eerily, morphing into twisted echoes that taunt my fraying sanity. I try to focus, to recall specificity, Chung's deep laughter, Singh's strategic debates about our next mission, Kira's endless questions about the stars. But those memories turn ambiguous under the watchful gaze of whatever now prowls this forsaken station. I tap the recording device, searching for the comfort of my own voice, but instead I hear whispers in the static. Each sound reverberates through the silence, rippling like a stone thrown into a still pond. A new dread overtakes me as I realize I no longer know which whispers are mine and which belong to the thing that now walks like me. Desperation nips at my thoughts like frigid air, and dread leads me to confide in my ever-present companion, the darkness. "Why don't you show yourself?" I challenge, my voice barely a whisper. "If you are just another version of me, then what are you waiting for?" Silence answers, thick and suffocating. The walls, once warm with the sounds of life, now press in closer, pooling with the memories of the past where fear coexists with the unknown. As I sit in the dim light of the medical bay, I feel the pull of uncertainty. Will I become what I fear today? Suddenly, I hear it. A subtle scrape like nails dragging across metal. It sends a swift chill down my spine, making the hairs on my neck stand on end. It echoes again, closer this time, tracing a path toward me. I suppress the urge to run, knowing instinctively that fleeing will only invite what comes next. Instead, I clutch the recording device like a talisman against the encroaching malevolence. I can almost hear it whispering my name, a sinister imitation of a friend from long ago. An unbearable weight hangs in the air, one far too familiar. With every breath I take, I feel its anticipation as it curates my fears, delights in my despair. The sounds become louder, morphing into laughter, the twisted mockery of that which once brought joy. I find myself pondering how long until the darkness is ready to make its move, to reveal its true form. I linger on this threshold, the precipice of revelation. The moment stretches, taut as a wire ready to snap. I can feel the air shifting, tinged with an oppressive dread that coils around my chest. There's a rhythm to this relentless pressure, a heartbeat that mirrors my own. Panic rises, clawing at me as I strain to maintain clarity amidst the chaos. I can hear it skittering just outside the door, sculpting a new reality that is so eerily familiar yet utterly foreign. Each drag of its presence feels like an intrusion, an unwelcome guest at a feast where I am both host and prisoner. I force myself to breathe, reminding me of who I am. Dr. Elias Voss, Chief Medical Officer of Orion 9, a man, a scientist, perhaps even a coward. I drown the turmoil within me, a tempest threatening to breach the fragile facade I've constructed over these dark days. There's an undeniable allure in surrendering to the madness, but I resist. I refuse to be just another casualty of this vessel-turned tomb. Footsteps shift again, drawing even closer, and suddenly, there's a heavy thud against the door. It rattles in its frame, sending vibrations through the walls that surge straight to my core. The thing outside is testing its boundaries, like a predator gauging the strength of its prey. I imagine it peering in, eyes aflame with an insatiable hunger. I can almost see the distortion, the widening of its grin. "Show yourself," I shout, desperation weaving into my words. I'm not afraid, but the truth slithers behind my bravado. Each word trembles on my lips, quelling the reflection of the man I once was. I wait for a response, bracing for the inevitable intrusion, as time becomes a cruel joke in this labyrinth of fear. Each second stretches like an eternity as it remains silent, perhaps savoring my torment. And just when I think it may retreat, I hear the voice, distorted yet achingly familiar, echoing through the thin metal barrier. "Don't you want to see me again, Elias?" Chills race down my spine as I recognize the tone, a warped mimicry of my own. I tremble, teetering on the edge of my own sanity, knowing that the familiar face I once belonged to is lost to a sinister reflection. "Don't you want to see me again, Elias?" The voice cuts through the darkness, a haunting resonance that chills my bones. Instinctively, I want to scream, to deny its invitation, but my throat tightens, and the words die before they can escape. It's as if my very essence is holding its breath, waiting. I can see it in my mind, the grotesque image, my double standing just beyond the threshold. A perfect imitation, yet so profoundly altered. What was once a face I knew so intimately now feels like a mask, one that could wear the skin of my memories and twist them into something monstrous. I grip the recording device tighter, using it to anchor myself in reality, to remind me of my purpose. I am Dr. Elias Voss. I will not be robbed of my identity. I refuse to give in. With every ounce of resolve, I return the challenge, fighting through the tremors that threaten to betray me. You're not me. You can't be me. The silence that follows feels heavy, thick with the weight of unshared truths as I brace against what will undoubtedly follow. The air grows thick with tension as I prepare for what's to come. I know I must confront it, face the creature that wears my likeness, and let the truth uncoil. The nightmare must end here, in this cold metal room, where shadows dance on the walls and the specter of my past looms large. I thrum with the pulse of desperate hope, clinging to the possibility of survival against all odds. I must remember that fear can only hold its power if I let it. My feet steady, and I breathe deeply, ready to reclaim my narrative and confront the darkness head-on.